It's The Drive on The Fan.
Hey, greetings, salutations, and good morning. Welcome into the Findlay Hyundai Studios. It is The Drive, and Devin, Dixon, back. I'm back. Paul Ratliff, Tara Atkin, the band back together for like the third or fourth time in the month of July.
That's right. It's been a rare occurrence.
We are now locked in. We are getting the dog days of summer behind us, and we will turn the page. Tomorrow's the last day of July.
Yes.
And as soon as August gets here, that means high school football media day. That means college football ramps up. High school football games start on August 14th.
Yeah.
We are going to have our high school football media day latter part of next week, probably Thursday or Friday, putting the finishing touches on that. Now that I'm back in town today, we will announce that date and time for you tomorrow. And we are ready to rock and roll into the greatest sports season, which is called fall. And I'm back from Bandon Dunes. Went to Bandon Dunes, Oregon with 11 good buddies, and we played a lot. And when I say a lot of golf, 36 to 54 holes a day for 5 straight days. You didn't have time to do anything except for eat between rounds, maybe change your shoes and socks.
There you go.
Put a fresh shirt on, and get back out on the golf course. The weather in Bandon was absolutely incredible. We're talking 68 to 73 every single day. I played Bandon in the wind before, Paulie.
Yeah.
We had hardly any wind. Like, the most wind we got was like a 12-mile-an-hour light breeze. Oh, it was a little slice of heaven on earth.
There you go.
Tara's tan as ever.
I
noticed that as I walked in, because she was
Tara's was sun-loving for a while.
I'm glad the houseboat did not sink. I'm seeing houseboats, like 3 or 4 houseboats that have sunk this month at Powell.
You're kidding. We did have one big storm come up, but yeah.
Yeah, that was
still afloat.
There you go.
I think 2 days
Still
ago,
afloat.
I was watching Pal Heads on my Insta feed, and a boat was sinking. They had the video of it on there.
Oh, that's the worst.
Good.
The pump couldn't keep up. The storm hit, and down she went. Scary. That's scary.
It is scary.
Yes.
Scary. Paulie, his usual self. I don't know what Paulie's been doing. Probably
just here.
Eat, drink, and be merry. That's what Paulie does.
Yeah, that's right.
It's always Christmas season around the Ratliff household.
That's right. That's right.
We are the trio that will get you ready for sports. We've got a lot to get to today. We got some NFL news and notes, some nuggets there. We've got scrap heap, who's available, who can still be signed. There's some big names looming. We'll run down the list, react to that. Let's get to the best thing, though. I feel like I haven't done this in a while because I haven't been in the studio in a while. So let's do it right now. Let's get you the best thing to look forward to, or that we saw in the last 24 hours in sports. It's brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. Couple things. Jackson Coven, we were on a golf trip last week.
Yes, I did talk about him.
Did you talk about Jackson Coven?
He made the news cycle.
And for good reason. This kid, I mean, Scotty Scheffler goes out, shoots 63, and you got to shoot in the 60s to hold him off, the number one player in the world, and he doesn't
start of his career.
Doesn't flinch.
Yeah.
He's going to be teeing it up today in round 1 of the Rocket Mortgage. I'm actually really excited because Zach Blair, have you seen what Zach Blair has been doing the last 4 weeks on the PGA Tour? This is probably the best thing I've seen in the last month. Is Zach Blair, 4 tournaments ago on the PGA Tour, former BYU Cougar, spent a lot of time playing golf in St. George. Dad owns Bloomington Country Club, Sun River Golf Course. Jimmy Blair had his time on the PGA Tour as well back in his day. Zach was 166th.
Yeah.
He's got 4 straight cuts made, T8, a T13, and 2 more cuts made where he finished, I think it was 20th and 28th or something. And he has went from 166th on the list. And remember, the top 125 get their card, right?
Right.
And he was 126 last year. So he's working on partial status. He doesn't get in the big signature events. He doesn't get to play in all the majors. He did qualify for the U.S. Open, made the cut there, which is helpful. But he had to go through the qualifying sides. He is up to 116th with 2 weeks left in the regular season before the PGA playoffs, FedEx Cup playoffs begin. And so he's 116th inside that cut line. He is on the course already this morning. Tony Finau is already on the course this morning. So I had golf on my mind a little bit. Finau has birdied 3 of his first 5 holes. He is tied for second place right now with some big names already putting some birdies on the course out there in Detroit, Michigan, Motor City. Also, Zach Blair is birdied 2 of his first 7 holes. He is 2 under par. So Finau is tied for second right now, and Zach Blair is T7th. So we're keeping an eye on some of the local Utah talent on the PGA Tour. The other thing, the best thing I saw was there was a 5-for-2 playoff the other day, the Monday qualifier to get into the Utah Corn Ferry Utah Championships.
Yeah, the Corn Ferry,
which starts today up in northern Utah.
Yes.
There was a guy from California that he was even par after his first 9 holes. He puts a string of birdies together, ends up getting into a playoff, has to birdie his first final 4 holes of the day to get into the playoff. He does, and he ends up birdieing his first and his second playoff hole in a 5-for-2 and got into the Utah Corn Ferry. My good buddy Barry Shank qualified for the Utah Championships.
Oh, nice.
Lives here in St. George.
Okay.
So probably going golf for me on the best thing I saw. Yes, I'm excited about Hard Knocks with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And yes, I've been tracking my Mariners closely with the baseball trade deadline.
Who's the guy
looming.
that narrates the Hard Knocks? Is that Liv Schreiber? He's got a great voice. That intro of Hard Knocks where they show all the guys reporting to camp.
I don't know off the top of my head, honestly.
You know the narrator, though. You've heard the guy's voice.
But
He's got a booming voice.
I mean, I would have to look it up just like you would. I mean, you're asking a question I don't have an answer to because I can't remember. It could be Liv. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I love it when Paulie asks questions. I haven't been back in the studio for 7 minutes, and he's already asking questions he does not know the answer to.
Dang it.
Okay.
Boy, how I missed you.
Hard Knocks narrator Liv Schreiber.
You knew, well, why did you ask?
I nailed it. I asked you as a rhetorical question.
Oh, it was rhetorical. It was a booby trap. It was a booby trap test.
Yes, it was.
Already testing my Hard Knocks knowledge.
Right. You've been gone so long, I got to keep you fresh.
I was gone 5 shows. 5 shows. I'm fresh as can be. I probably talked
5-0 shows. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was gone last Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's Thursday. That's 5 shows.
Okay, then
5 shows.
What about the
Boston
1st of July?
trip, the Denver trip. If you add them all cumulatively.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Probably 13 shows out of the 22 this month. I probably missed more shows this month than not. But look, I've learned in this industry
there's someone to do it for you. I'm here, baby.
You get a guy like Paul who's a radio rat who
has nothing else to do.
Doesn't miss it. Doesn't want to.
I don't leave
miss a show.
St. George, baby. I love this show.
Kind of a couch potato.
Yes. I would agree with that.
Yes.
But I did go to the gym the last 2 days.
Okay.
Without you.
Okay. Do we have a brownie point hot button, Tara? Can we give him a brownie?
I don't
Do you have a ding or
I
anything?
know, right? I can give you that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
If it'll play.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Congratulations to you.
There we go. Yes.
Will
Thank
you make it 3 days in a row?
Yes. Give me another ding.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go. All right.
As for the Utah Championships, the first tee times go off in 6 minutes.
All right.
Okay, it's the Utah Championship presented by Zions Bank and Intermountain Health.
Yeah.
So big they got to have 2 title sponsors.
Wow.
Or they had to split up the cost between Zions and Intermountain to get the purse where they wanted. I'm not sure. I don't believe we've ever had 2 title sponsors for this Corn Ferry event. But, I'll be keeping an eye on this. There's some big names playing in it. There's some up-and-comers. They're playing at Ogden Golf and Country Club. That's where they're playing this. It's $1 million purse, $180,000 for first place. So outside of the Black Desert Championships down here in St. George, it's the second biggest tournament in the state of Utah now.
Okay.
Pretty cool that we have the biggest tournament in the state of Utah now.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. Best thing. What do you guys got?
Tara, go ahead.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah, ladies first.
All right,
today,
I'm going to
for
go
sure.
back to the Padres, who swept the Rockies yesterday.
My daughter is going to the Padres game today
What?
against the Braves.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah,
Man, I love Petco Park. It's my absolute favorite.
that's your jam.
Yeah, right? So, but this was a pretty outstanding play by Cronenworth here to get the out. Let me play this.
This is line and diving at second is Cronenworth. His throw.
Can you believe that? He threw it from the ground.
But you can't hit it to the crowd zone.
You can't hit it to the crone zone.
I like the Crone Zone. Look at that.
Yeah,
The Crone Zone.
the crone
That's
zone.
pretty good.
So that was pretty epic. That was a good play.
Good win for the Padres.
Big win, yeah.
All right.
Hopefully they beat the Braves today.
Yeah, take care of the Braves.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go. This one's easy for me. This was a game that was really fun. It was a 12-inning game. I watched a little bit of it before I went to bed, but the Chicago White Sox and the Southside Samurai.
Your favorite.
He fired the second of back-to-back home runs in the 8th inning, and it was a 404-foot shot for the Samurai, and this is how it sounded on the White Sox TV network.
The rate is buzzing again as Murakami now lifts this in the air. Left center out the wall. Back to back we go. We are tied at the rate.
I love seeing the Yankees lose, so that makes it even better.
Yeah.
Shot from Murakami
And it was 4-0. They blew a 4-0 lead.
Yes. 12-inning game, 6-5 winner for the Sox. The
Yeah.
Southsiders win it.
Yeah, I mean, and the Padres, the Diamondbacks are kind of coming for them. They're looking up, way up at the division leader, the Dodgers. So any wins they can get are great. White Sox, in the other hand, Paulie,
Leading, right?
they are leading the Central.
Yeah, and they're super young.
Right now. Yeah, that is an up and coming. I think they're 5 games above 500 right now.
I think this team lost over 100 games the last, 2 years? The Chicago White Sox, I think they were like close to 100 losses the last 2 years. They were one of the worst teams in the MLB. And all of a sudden, with all these young players, including the Samurai, they're back.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Padres right now, game and a half back of the wild card, so they're very much in the playoff
Yeah,
hunt
they're in
again
the
this year.
mix.
On paper, they're really good. You don't really have a lot of household names. You got guys that are starting to make names for themselves, like your boy, the Southside Samurai.
Yeah, Munataka. He let me down on the home run
Tanked in the
derby.
home run derby.
Yeah,
didn't
he did. He let me down.
Yeah.
He was
I guess-
coming off an injury, though. I should have known that.
Yeah,
I should have forecast.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Yep, my
That's your fault. Your people didn't talk to his people.
Yeah, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Meanwhile, my Mariners, I think, are 2.5 back of the wild card right now.
I saw
They're-
they got their first win at Dodger Stadium in like a decade. or
Yeah,
something.
they did. They had hit 5 home runs to
Yeah.
win 2 nights ago, and then they lost 4-2, I believe it was, last night.
Yes.
They couldn't string a win streak together. Doggone it.
Yeah, it makes me wonder why. I was watching a Reds game, Reds Guardians. It was an 11 o'clock game 2 days ago. Just had it on while I was cleaning the house, and it just seemed as if the Mariners would have been better with Geno back. It was kind of a perplexing move letting him walk. I know he's an expensive piece, but I would have brought him back, frankly, the way he hit the ball in the playoffs and down the stretch for the Mariners. But he's a Red now, so got to move on, move forward.
Yeah, I mean, they brought in a replacement who was off to probably the best start of the year, and they got hurt. Well, what's his name? I'm drawing a blank right now, but he's been missing a lot of time. Hopefully, they can get him healthy here for the stretch run.
Brendan Donovan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, brought in Donovan. So, is he back yet?
Groin strain. You could actually see him with the Tacoma Rainiers who are playing the Aviators here coming
Yeah.
up. You could see him in like a rehab start if you wanted to make it down there.
You've got that confirmed, or you're just
Well,
guessing?
he's on the IL, and he will begin a rehab assignment at AAA Tacoma.
Yeah. Yep. And they're coming to Vegas when?
I was looking at the schedule. August 4th through August 9th, they play the Rainiers.
Oh, okay. That's a long stand.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
you've never been. I've never been. I wouldn't mind going down
I
there.
have not been
We should go. It's fun.
down to the new ballpark. I've been down to the
Yeah.
old Las Vegas ballpark that they
She
used to
says
play
the
at.
seats are great.
Yeah, they're fabulous.
Yeah. Some of the stories we're going to get into today. Of course, NFL training camps are officially rolling along. We've got some scrap pile talk. We're going to get into Taysom Hill when we come back. We'll get into maybe some MLB trade deadline countdown, which teams are going all in, who will be sellers and buyers.
Yeah, I like that.
Of course, we get into some local stuff. Utah Tech football started their camp yesterday.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that a little bit. We can talk expectations for the Utes, the Cougars, the Aggies, the Trailblazers, and the T-Birds, even the Weebcats as well. So lot to talk about. We'll track some of the golf scores for you throughout the show. Soccer keeps rolling along. I feel like soccer is kind of now in the forefront of the news cycle coming out of the World Cup. You saw the U.S. lock up their coach.
Yeah, Pochettino.
Who I believe is the Tottenham coach in the Premier League.
Okay.
They locked him up on a new 4-year deal yesterday.
Yeah.
You won't believe what I was watching last night when I was just kind of unpacking in the living room, kind of organizing some things. I was watching the Utah Royals play Trinity Rodman and your Washington Spirit.
Spirit is soccer.
Correct.
Women's soccer.
That would be the topic we're talking about.
Well,
ding, ding, ding. You are red hot today. Yes.
I just couldn't remember who the Spirit was. There's so many different teams in D.C.
Yeah.
Ovi is a minority owner in this.
Oh,
Spirit.
really?
Yes.
Yeah. Man, it was like 1-0 in like the 80th minute. It was going about to extra time. It was getting towards the end of the game, and then I found out my truck battery had died, and I had to run to Wally World to get a charger and a jumper cable.
That'll get you.
You know, I left the speaker on the Fan Sports Network mobile vehicle on when I left town.
Yeah.
So I came home to a dead truck battery.
That's never a good way to start over.
That's never a good homecoming, is it?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So we're going to be all over Utah Tech Fall Camp, SUU, prepping for the upcoming season. Region 9 high school football practices. Media day will be towards the latter part of next week. We're going to be all over that. Just tons to get into. We get into the plethora of sports that is the month of August. By September, we're rocking on all cylinders.
Yep.
Yeah, we're rocking on all cylinders. You know, NHL and NBA will fire back up after that in October, and by October we're humming. We're humming all the way. Really,
Too much.
Really through
too
the
much
Super Bowl.
stuff.
Yeah.
Normally. Like, there's not enough to fit in 2 hours.
Correct.
But right now, quite the opposite.
That's right. That's right. We'll take a break. When we come back, I want to get your thoughts on where, if anywhere, will Taysom Hill be taking his talents to next season? Because as of yesterday on his social media, he is not going to be with the New Orleans Saints. That looks factual according to his social media account. I want to weigh in on that. I want to get your take on that. 10 years in the NFL. We've called him the jack of all trades, the Swiss Army knife of the NFL. He can run, he can throw, he can catch.
There's actually a really cool video the New Orleans Saints official account put out. It's just the caption, Mr. Football, period, narrated by Drew Brees. I think this is something we should probably play for the streamers.
Yeah, love it. We'll take that into consideration. And I want to talk Taysom Hill. There's some Taysom Hill fans out here in the STG. When we come back, we'll tell you what's the latest with his career moving forward after this break.
Welcome back to The Drive on The Fan.
Hey, everybody, we're back. Devin, Tara, Paulie hanging out with you here in the Finley Hyundai studios. Hope you took advantage of their big gas freedom sale where they're having that big 3-day sale over the weekend last weekend, rolling around in your new Palisade or Santa Fe or Tucson, or maybe you got a nice gas-saving Elantra. Go see our friends over there off exit 13 at Finley Hyundai. Taysom Hill confirming yesterday he will not return to the Saints. He did a nice thank you message, which is kind of the new norm in sports, especially in college football, college basketball, where your NIL portal kids are sending, I'll never forget my time here. It was thank you to all the fans. I'm out. I'm taking the money. I'm running, but they're trying to make, save face, save grace. I love you.
I think Isaac Wilson, when he transferred to Colorado, said he's a Ute forever. I love this place, but I'm gone.
But I'm gone. I'm gone. I want to play and I want to get paid.
That's right.
And so here is a nice little collage that was put together. Paulie, who put this together?
This is the Saints, New Orleans Saints official Twitter account. It's a nice little tribute to Taysom, and it's narrated by probably the greatest Saint of all time, Drew Brees. Let's take a listen.
It's easy when you got Drew Breesy.
A Swiss Army knife isn't built for just one job. It adapts. It endures. That's Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill! Taysom Hill takes it in for the touchdown!
Receiver.
That ball caught. Taysom Hill into the end zone, touchdown!
Running back.
Taysom 2015, see you later, bye!
Quarterback.
Taysom looking to the far side, complete the trap.
Special teams.
It's blocked! It's blocked! Taysom Hill gets a hand on it. Taysom keeps it still on his feet. Taysom Hill takes it in for the touchdown! Right side, Taysom still on his feet. See you later, bye!
When we needed more, he gave us everything.
It takes everything you got!
Because that's what it means to be a Saint in New Orleans. We adapt. We endure. No shortcuts, no excuses. All heart and soul.
This organization, this city has been so good to me.
What makes it special is the bonds that you have in here.
Forever a Saint.
I owe so many thanks to so many people.
Forever a legend.
I have so much love for the city of New Orleans and this fan base.
Thank you, Taysom.
Yeah, good stuff.
Pretty powerful.
I think it's so cool Drew Brees is so involved and Drew Brees is willing to have the PR team call him and read this script, Drew.
Yeah.
And then boom, hours after the social media post from Taysom Hill, you've got that produced, highlights rolled out. That's good work by the Saints there.
It is.
He thanks the Saints. The Saints sounds like, mutually. Here's the real thing that happened. Tyler Shaw took the bull by the horns as the quarterback. And, you didn't really fully trust Jameis Winston when he was there. There was injuries, and Taysom was so multidimensional that he did a little bit of everything. Yeah. We saw him do a little bit of everything at BYU, run it, pass it, throw it. Didn't see him catch it or play special teams in college, but that evolved. He just did anything he could to get on the field. And
Hill is the only player in the Super Bowl era with 1,000+ career passing yards, rushing yards, and receiving yards. So he totaled 57 touchdowns throughout his career, which 57 touchdowns is pretty hard in the NFL, which stands for not for long. He played 9 seasons with the Saints, and I think that this is a guy that Saints fans beloved. I mean, I think they really did love Taysom Hill. He was a hell of an athlete, always at BYU. He was kind of a Tim Tebow, though, that made the most of it. Tim tried tight end and never really worked out, but Taysom would do anything to get on the field, and that's what I admired about him.
I agree. And look, it has been a difficult career. I mean, there was the ACL. Yeah. I go back to, early in his NFL career, I got to know his brother, Dexter Hill, pretty well. I was in one of my multiple stints doing play-by-play for Utah Tech University. Then it was Dixie State. And Taysom's little brother, Dexter Hill, was here. It was in the Ron Hahn era. So it was after Greg Croshaw. We might have even been a D2 at the time. I'm trying to think of the years. I want to say it would have been like 08, 09 era.
Yeah.
And Dexter was the quarterback here in St. George at the university, and tragically took his own life. He lost his brother to a suicide. And I remember talking about it then. You know, you have these obstacles in life, trying to fit in, trying to produce, trying to build a career in the NFL, and he made the most of it. And the Swiss Army knife, you cannot say that about a lot of NFL guys, very few. I mean, guys that play offense and defense, you know, maybe Travis Hunter gets a little bit of a Swiss Army knife kind of a mantra, if you will, because, you know, we don't know what the plans are exactly and what his percentage of offense and defense will be. And I don't know if we'll even see Hunter on punt returns or special teams or not. But Hill's blocking punts. He's blocking on special teams. He's covering and getting tackles on punts and kickoffs.
Yeah.
Then he's running it, catching it, throwing it, the trick plays that they had in the playbook. You know, you didn't see that a lot. But when they signed Zach Wilson, that kind of spelled the end for Taysom Hill. You can only keep so many quarterbacks, and the starter is going to be Tyler Shaw. Yeah. Tyler Shaw is going to be a hot fantasy, trendy draft pick because of how he kind of took over the starting job there for New Orleans and then ran with it. Actually put up some pretty decent numbers in his rookie season.
He did pretty good. I thought he was a fine player that could probably take a step in year 2.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, he's got an opportunity to do what Jaden Daniels couldn't do in year 2 due to injury.
Right.
Caveat due to injury.
Due to injury.
So, I mean, here's
the revenge tour's on this year. You'll see.
You keep saying that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep saying it.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to re-rank that 2024 quarterback class,
don't get into this.
you know,
we've already done this.
I would put Jaden Daniels ahead of Caleb Williams because of that rookie season where he took him to the NFC Championship game.
Been 2 seasons. You got to take that first one into account. I always say that.
Yep. The other thing I loved about Taysom Hill is he spent his entire career with the Saints. He wasn't an unrestricted free agent until March. You know, and I don't know if somebody is going to pick him up. He did not announce his retirement. He left the door open when he was thanking the fans. And, you know, I think that tells me that if it was the right situation, the right contract, that he would definitely be open to another 2-3 year deal before he hung him up.
Yeah, I could definitely see him playing a little longer. You know, he's going to fill a void for somebody, whether they need a special teamer or a gunner on punt team or a short yardage guy.
A good teammate.
I mean, he's
hard worker.
He's got a lot of speed, though. The longest touchdown he ran was 75 yards. Like, this isn't just a plotter. Like, he can really...
He's not Bijan Robinson.
He's not, but he's got good speed for a guy as big as he is.
For an undrafted white boy out of BYU, he's blazing fast.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he was. You remember he was undrafted? Taysom Hill was not drafted. 7 rounds, and he was unpicked. That means that his 34 rushing touchdowns in his career, his 11 more receiving touchdowns are pretty impressive for a guy that nobody wanted to spend a draft pick on.
Yeah.
You know,
because I think everyone projected him as a quarterback. They didn't really see him as this Swiss Army knife, as Drew Brees called him eloquently in that clip. But I mean, for me, I think the athleticism was there since the BYU days. It was clear that this guy was a great athlete, and the NFL is a league where athleticism shines. So he obviously made his way and was a great player for a number of years. I don't think he's done yet. I think he'll probably suit up for maybe one more team, you know?
The quote in the social media post from Taysom Hill: "To the city of New Orleans, thank you."
Yeah.
I had always heard if you love New Orleans will love you back. That could not have been more true. You exceeded every expectation I had of what it would be like to live and play in a city. The passion, loyalty, and support you showed my family and me over these 9 seasons were truly one of a kind.
Yeah.
We will always be grateful for the way you embraced us both on and off the field. Taysom Hill, next chapter, TBD.
Yes.
TBD.
All right.
So we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll see if there's an injury or two in preseason games that will fire up here. And, we got the Hall of Fame game coming up real soon.
August 6th.
Yes. We are a week away, basically.
Yes.
From the Hall of Fame game. And then I think, you get to that midpoint of August. And remember, there's 3 preseason games nowadays. 3. So,
yeah, 3.
But there's going to be some opportunities, some injuries. I mean, I'm looking at some of the veterans, and we'll get into that a little bit. Some of the big names that have had good NFL careers that are actually not on a roster going into training camp.
A lot of guys still sit.
And everybody by now has reported to training camp. We are right in the middle of gearing up for the NFL season. All right, we're rocking and rolling on the drive on a Throwdown Thursday show today, brought to you by Zag. Protect it better. Stop in if you've got your phone beat up over the summer. You need a new screen protector. You need a new case. Maybe your chargers are giving out. You need some new chargers. 2 St. George, 1 Cedar City. Zag. Don't zig, just zag. And we'll keep an eye on Taysom Hill and see what the next chapter looks like. Got to take the break. Back in a flash. Good morning. We are live on the drive. Greetings, salutations, and good morning, sports fans. Thank you. Got to give you 3 of those. One for me, Paulie, and Tara for locking us in, loading us up on the live stream on the Fan Sports Network website app. You can listen or watch on our YouTube channel as well. Lots of ways you can take us in. Cedar City, St. George, Parowan, 1400. Anybody listening on the old AM dial up there? Good morning. And we were talking about Taysom Hill spending all 9 seasons with the Saints.
Yeah.
And we started thinking about it. And, Paulie, we found the list of the most loyal,
royalty of loyalty.
The royalty of loyalty. Well
Yes,
put. Well,
yes.
for the word wizard strikes again.
Well, I stole that one, but
Oh, you stole that one.
I stole that one, but we got a nice list here that was compiled by the folks at BetMGM, the top 10 NFL players to never switch teams. Players drafted since the year 2000. I think this is a pretty compelling list. A lot of Hall of Famers on this list. It's kind of hard for me to determine who goes in front of the other, but we'll pick through it and see what we think.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get to let's go. Let's count them down from 10 to 1. Let's go backwards here.
Do we want to get the numbers going? Number 10.
No, we don't need the numbers.
Oh, I love the numbers.
Okay, Paulie wants the numbers. It's our first day back together.
You are such a child.
I know.
I love the numbers.
I want the numbers.
Frame it up.
Frame it up. Yeah, here we go. Yes, number 10 is Jason Kelce, center for the Philadelphia Eagles. Played his whole career there, multiple All-Pros. Any disagreements here with Kelce being on the list?
None. Won Super Bowls,
The
anchored
tush
the
push,
line.
kind of the architect of the tush push a little bit, being that center.
Yep. Pissed everybody in the league off.
Yeah.
Just like Philadelphia Eagles fans in general.
Yes, he was, but I feel like he's very likable to the general public.
I
he's
love
being
him.
featured on ESPN a lot now. He's on
All
Monday.
the commercials.
Yeah, I mean the podcast. What is that? What is
yeah.
that? Newside Heights or something he does with Travis,
Yeah,
right?
don't know
Pretty
what's
good. But he is number 10 on this list, and I think rightly so, right?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
All right, let's go. Patrick Willis, the linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers. Kind of a shorter career for Patrick. Kind of retired preemptively, I thought, but still a very good, like, Hall of Fame level player. I think this guy deserves to be on this list. He was one of the tackling machines of the 732 solo tackles, 20 and a half sacks, 16 forced fumbles, and 8 interceptions in his career. 2007 first round pick, number 11 overall out of Ole Miss. I think he is rightly deserving of this as well.
I love it.
Number 8 is Luke Kuechly, linebacker for the Carolina Panthers his entire career.
Okay.
Went to the Super Bowl with Cam Newton. We all remember that defense with Josh Norman, Thomas Davis was electric. They did lose to the Broncos in that game, of course, as Peyton rode off under the sunset. But Kuechly is a Hall of Famer, and I think this is the first one that's a little low on this list. I feel like Kuechly was like the best linebacker of this generation.
Yeah,
almost.
I mean, he's kind of like Barry Sanders, though, where he played his whole career with one team, and this list is 2000 draftees and later, so that's why you don't see a Barry Sanders on this list, or a John Elway or a Walter Payton or any of those guys.
Yeah.
But Lawrence Taylor, there's a ton of guys, that did it a long time ago. But now we see, buddy stuff. Got a lot of movement. Guys chasing the next big contract. Maybe didn't like the city, wanted to change a pace, change a lifestyle.
Free agency's a lot more active.
Yes, yes. But Luke Kuechly, I think, was going to be a Hall of Famer first ballot if he plays a little longer. Did he play 7 seasons, 8 seasons? I feel like his career just really got cut short. A lot of injuries there as he was kind of hitting his peak. I think he had
8 seasons.
I think he had a lot more gas in the tank if his body would have held up and the injuries would have allowed him to keep playing.
690 solo tackles in 8 seasons.
If you remember the story from Luke Kuechly, he married a doctor, and she is a brilliant doctor that really really convinced him like your health is your most important thing
Was
in
he
life.
a concussion guy?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think she was like a brain surgeon or something.
That doesn't
And
mix.
so when they got hitched, I think she was just like, you can't keep doing this. You can't, like, here's the statistics. Look at the CTE. And I think Luke chose living a long, healthy life over having a long NFL career.
Yeah.
And cannot, personal decision, cannot take anything away from the time he spent with the Panthers.
Yeah.
I have no problem with Luke Kuechly on this list because, man, I remember watching him in his heyday with Cam Newton on one side of the ball and him on the other, and he was dynamic. He got after it.
He did.
So I don't have a problem with him. A lot of people would not think of him, though, as a guy on this list.
I would think of him as a guy on this list. I like Kuechly
Even with
a
8
lot.
years played?
Yeah, 8 years.
But like,
not here for a long time, just a good time. And worth for Luke Kuechly, 8 seasons. But I think his numbers, he was an All-Pro multiple times. I think he deserves to be on this list, especially
there's
on
a lot of Hall of Famers that play for different teams. I find it refreshing when a guy stays with one team, even if it's a shorter career.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. 7 is Ben Roethlisberger. Big Ben, number 11 pick in 2004. Same draft, coincidentally, that there's 2 guys that aren't on this list. Eli Manning, well, I guess Phillip Rivers has played for the Colts now, but Eli Manning, absent from this list, played his whole career in New York. Ben, 64,088 yards, 418 touchdowns, 211 picks. That's more than 2-to-1 touchdown to interception. He won
one Super Bowl. Beat the Seahawks.
You're right. Yes. No, 2 Super Bowls. They beat the Cardinals.
Oh, they did get 2.
Yeah, they got 2. So Ben's a 2-time Super Bowl champ.
Steelers have the most Super Bowls of any NFL franchise. So, did the Patriots pass them yet?
I think they're both at 6.
They're both at the same.
The
They're
Steelers
tied.
thing
Okay.
is the whole stairway to 7 bit they've been talking about, getting the 7th Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a dumpster fire this year. And Rodgers last year, I don't see them winning a Super Bowl. That's for sure.
They miss Big Ben, and he is rightly on this list.
They haven't found a quarterback since Big Ben, which only cements his legacy even further so.
Miami, Ohio product as well for the small school guys out there. How about that?
The Red Hawks.
Let's go to the next one. All right, we got Brian Urlacher here, one of my favorite guys of my childhood, linebacker for the Bears, played for many, many years with the Bears. The New Mexico Lobo, was a havoc wreaker. I mean, it's simple to put Brian Urlacher on this list. When you think Chicago Bears, who comes synonymous with the Bears? Walter Payton, for me. Richard Perry, for me.
The 85 team.
Singletary, a couple guys on the 85 team, McMahon, of course. But when you think of the modern day Bears, 2000 and later, who's the first name that comes to mind?
Brian Urlacher.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I think he is very deserving of the 6th spot. I think he's better than Willis. Kuechly, I love. He just didn't play long, so I give Urlacher the nod on this list.
I also think Mike Singletary, but he was in the heyday.
Yeah, he was on the 85.
I do think of Devin Hester because of all the punt returns he had and how good at special teams he was with the Bears. When they didn't have a lot else going for him, he was a bright light.
Sure.
But yeah, you think Peyton, you think Gale Sayers. I remember Gale Sayers because he was 4-time rushing champ, and I had his football card. It was probably it's probably one of my best football cards I've got still to this collect because I've lost a lot of my collection over the years.
Yeah,
is that Gale Sayers card? I think it's sitting somewhere in my son's room right now.
There you go.
Dick Butkus comes to mind.
Yeah.
Best Bears.
There's a lot of
time.
great Bears defensive players, and Urlacher is a part of that list.
Yep.
I like him at 6.
And you think about Mike Ditka too.
I was gonna say you gotta put Ditka in there.
Oh, that's a good submission. I like that. The Bears.
The Bears.
All right, let's go to number 5. This is Troy Polamalu here. Safety for the Pittsburgh Steelers, the 2nd Steeler on this list. They got a couple guys loyal to him for numerous years, and rightly so. Troy was in that era of Brian Dawkins, Sean Taylor, Ed Reed. Like, he was one of those big-time safeties. I feel like the early 2000s, 2010s had a lot of safeties that made big plays, and Troy Polamalu was one of them. He's iconic for jumping over the line, doing that bit and taking the snap almost a couple times.
It was so noticeable because of
His
the head
hair.
and shoulders, hair.
Yeah. I think he was actually pulled down by his
His
hair
hair
a
was-
couple times.
yeah, he was.
Yeah. So this guy was a warrior. I love Troy Polamalu. I heard he's a super nice guy too. One of my friends met him at an airport, talked to him for like 5-7 minutes, just him and Troy. Heard he's a great dude. So
Yeah, I would believe that.
I like Troy at number 5. Number 4 is our first offensive lineman, I believe. Oh, no, Jason Kelsey. I'm sorry. First tackle on the list. Joe Thomas of the Cleveland Browns was regarded as probably the best tackle of the modern era for a long time. So I don't really mind this. It's harder to grade tackles because they don't have stats.
Sure.
But if you watch ball and you know ball, Joe Thomas was a mauler and a road grader. So he deserves to be top 5. He is number 4 on this list.
How many Pro Bowls for Joe Thomas?
I'll take a guess if you want to pull it up. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm going to say 14 Pro Bowls.
Ooh. Okay, Terry, you want to make a guess? He didn't play 14 years,
No.
so it probably too high.
I was
I'll
thinking
give you-
like 12.
He played from 07 to 2016.
Okay, so that's 9 years.
He was
Oh, so
selected every season from his rookie year to the end. The tricep injury cut short his 2017 season. So
Yeah.
11-year career, if you count the year that was cut short when he had to retire, 10 consecutive Pro Bowls prior to that.
10
So pretty much
consecutive.
all 10 seasons, he was a Pro Bowler,
Yeah.
which tells you what, people thought of Joe Thomas.
And that was funny. I was listening to NFL draft coverage on what was in the DC area, 106.7 The Fan it was called, and they were doing draft coverage. And Joe Thomas was not in the green room when he got picked. He was out on a boat fishing. He just seems like an everyday man, cool dude.
Already into the Hall of Fame. He
Yep.
was elected a couple years ago.
Sure.
10,363 consecutive snaps played. That is an NFL record for an offensive lineman at the time of his retirement. I don't know if that still holds up now or not, but over
I would
10,000
assume.
straight snaps. He was durable.
Yeah, real durable.
Yeah.
So he is number 4.
Number 3.
Let's go to another wide receiver this is our first wide receiver on the list. Absolutely. It is Larry Fitzgerald.
I like Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah.
Ah, you like Larry.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
I think 3 is too low for Larry. If you
think
want to know the honest
so?
truth.
Ooh, I like number 2 way better than
I
number
don't.
3.
No
Okay.
way. No way.
No.
No
Okay.
way.
All right. We'll have an argument then. All right. So Larry Fitzgerald, most notably for the Arizona Cardinals, played his whole career there. Went to a Super Bowl, lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I remember that game. He had a thrilling catch late in the game where he just ran open. It looked like the Red Sea was parting, and he was running down the field for a touchdown. The Steelers would ultimately come back and win the game. So Larry does not have a Super Bowl title. But as far as stats go, he's probably one of the greatest receivers as far as production goes in the modern era. So I agree with him at 3, but he doesn't deserve to be ahead of the number 2 guy.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Go ahead and say number 2, and then we'll compare.
Yeah.
Megatron, baby. Calvin Johnson, the most freakish physical specimen in the history of the wide receiver position.
Okay, but what's your argument for? And look, Megatron was great, but he only played 9 seasons.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what's going on in the water in Detroit, cutting stars' careers short, but it seems to happen time and time again.
Yeah.
Larry Fitzgerald, 17 seasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Longevity.
Nearly double the games, Paulie.
Double the games.
Nearly over double the receptions. Mm-hmm. 7,000 more receiving yards.
How many touchdowns?
Larry Fitzgerald, 121, Megatron, 83.
Yeah.
In their career.
Okay, so
The only statistical category that Calvin Johnson had better statistics was
200
yards per catch
yards per catch.
and 100 catch seasons.
Yes.
Calvin had 5. Larry only had 4.
I loved Calvin Johnson. He was my favorite player at Georgia Tech. I wanted the Redskins to trade up and take him. But
Larry had 9
Larry went to
1,000-yard
Pitt.
seasons.
Larry went to Pitt. So I can't like
Larry
him.
had 11
So
Pro
you
Bowls.
can't like him.
11 Pro Bowls.
You know the chant, buddy. You've seen the videos. ESP. ESP. You know?
We have no idea what your frat talk is. Forget about it.
I'm not going to say it out loud, but Larry Fitzgerald, it was a great player. But I think Calvin Johnson, he gets hurt for the longevity, but he was the most dominant receiver in the NFL when he played.
Yeah, but I add in, and this is why I like Larry more. He won the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. He was on the 100th anniversary all-time team. He led the NFL in receptions twice. He led the NFL in touchdowns twice. He had in the 2008 postseason run for the Cardinals, he went bananas.
Yeah.
546 yards in that playoff run, 30 catches and 7 touchdowns. Like, you don't see receivers get as hot as him. I mean, I look at Jackson Smith and Jigba's start to the playoffs, and if he could have sustained it this year in the Super Bowl run, maybe something similar. But I think he only ended up with 3 touchdowns in the playoffs.
All right, we got like 2 minutes. Who's too high? Who's too low? Oh, we got one more. All right, let's go to number 1.
Number 1.
Aaron Donald, defensive tackle for the Rams.
Can we even put him on this list? He's coming back.
He's not back yet.
Yes,
so
he is.
As far as this list goes, he is not back.
It is a done deal. I will bet you whatever you want that Aaron Donald will be a Ram this year. It is a done deal. You don't think it's a done deal?
Done deal, he says.
Yeah, come on. Like, where there's smoke, there's fire. He is coming back. He wants another ring. He's getting bored in retirement. He's tired of changing kids' diapers. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
He's coming back.
All right. Who's too high, Tara? You'd probably say Calvin
well,
Johnson.
Calvin Johnson is too high, yes. It's at least one slot because I think Larry had a better career.
So you both agree Calvin's too high.
Yeah.
Who else is too high on this list? It's pretty appropriate.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I mean,
agree
these
with
are guys that were drafted since 2000, so we're not talking about the Lawrence Taylors or the Barry Sanders or the Walter Paytons or the Jim Browns or the John Elways or the Dan Marinos that played their entire career with one team. This is since the last 26 years, so I think it's a pretty solid list. The only big omission, I think, is I would flip-flop Larry and Calvin.
Would you put Eli Manning on the list?
Yeah, I would.
2-time Super Bowl champion. Stats are what they are, but...
Yeah, but you got to look at the supporting cast. There was a lot of years where he's throwing to David Tyree
or OBJ or Plaxico Burress.
Yeah,
he had weapons.
Yeah, some years.
Yeah, some years.
Yeah.
I still think he should have been on the list.
He should have been in.
Yeah, he should have been on the list.
I agree. I mean, I don't love the Giants, but I think Eli with the 2 rings and those incredible playoff runs, defeating the undefeated Patriots team.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'd agree. I think Eli deserves a spot, even if it's 10.
Yeah. Yeah, when was Ray Lewis drafted? Because I can't believe Ray Lewis is not on this list. Wasn't he drafted post-2000?
No.
Is that an omission from this list, or was he drafted in the late 90s?
Like 98.
90s.
It must have been because he's not on the list. But
Ray Lewis.
He would have been right around that time.
He is 51 years old. He played at Miami from 93 to 95.
Okay, so just missed the cutoff.
Yes.
There's other guys too. Steve Largent, my Seahawk, played this entire career with the Seahawks. He's my favorite Seahawk of all time.
All right, I like that.
So,
what about Marcus Allen?
Yeah.
He's a great submission.
That's
for
true.
The Raiders.
Yeah, but he went to the Chiefs. We got to take a break. Hour 2 coming up. When we come back, we'll get after it. Stick around. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We're debuting new music on the show, I guess. I don't know. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah,
It's
one
a
of her
great
selections.
song.
Well, it's just not an upbeat sports-themed intro, though. It could be a great song. I'll have to listen to the whole thing. Who is that?
Living Thing.
Never
called Girl
heard.
Don't Cry.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her. I don't know who that is. It's certainly not Survivor Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
I know that. We were
Yeah,
live.
that's right.
I can't win with this guy.
You played some gyms. You played some gyms. I do like hearing new music.
Now
I
my
do-
feelings are hurt.
well, that's a guarantee that's going to
That's
happen.
it, I'm out.
Yeah, that's going to happen once in a while. We've got a very special visitor in the studio. We got Lance, the general manager of Ruby's Inn up in Bryce Canyon, joining us here live in studio, gracing us with his presence. Lance,
Absolutely.
good morning, buddy.
Hey, good morning. As I say, it's a pleasure to be with you here today in the studio. You guys got an awesome thing going on here. Nice vibe. Love sports.
Love it.
Keep it on.
Well, you got a nice thing going up in Bryce Canyon.
Yeah.
We
Yep.
got to get up there. We have been threatening to come up there. We got a relative up there that just moved up there, and we've
Yeah.
still not been up to the house. And all summer we've
Gotta
been
get
like,
up
one of
there.
these weekends we got to get up there because it can be brutally hot down here in St. George, but you get
Yeah.
up to Bryce and it can be nice and cool.
Yeah, well, we were just talking about the town of Tropic. That's where I live, and the Tropic, 6,500 feet in the air, and Bryce Canyon, where the lodge is, where Ruby's Inn is, that's 8,000 feet in the air.
So that's a mile high.
What that translates to is on a nice summer day when it's 108 in St. George, Utah, it's usually about 80 up there in Bryce. I saw my wife yesterday. She was running around in a hoodie because it was just a little bit chilly up there. So if you want to beat the heat and you want somewhere to go that's just a couple hours away, Ruby's Inn's a great place to go.
Every female is like, I can't wait to pop my new hoodie on that I bought for back to school.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I usually got to wait till like November to pop the hoodie on down here.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, right now we've got a great vibe going on up there right now. We've got some great deals on our hotel rooms. You know, there at Ruby's Inn, if you've been up there before, we got something for everybody. We've got that luxurious room for Aunt Susie who likes the finer things in life, and we've got everything in between down to a tent. If Uncle Ted wants to come and stay in the tent, he can stay in the tent. So anyway, then we've got a lot of activities. You know, we've got the typical stuff you'd expect, like ATV tours. We've got horseback riding. We've got scenic flights there in the area. We've got a rodeo. But one of my favorite things is our dinner show. And that's there at Ebenezer's Barn and Grill. And, you know, a lot of people think, okay, well, I know what this is. This is going to be kind of a cowboy hoedown kind of hokey thing. But you know what? We used to do that, I'll be honest with you. But nowadays, we've got this great new show. It's real Nashville talent. We got real Nashville stars like Tim Gates. And we've got a special event coming up that I'm down here to talk about. On the 7th and 8th, we've got a songwriter series. We've been doing it for several years now. It's called the Nashville Stars over Bryce Canyon. We bring in real Nashville talent. They come in and perform their hits. This year, we've got the band Due West, which has huge local connections. A lot of them are from Utah. We were just over there talking to some of the other DJs, and some of the first hits they had were played right here in these studios. So anyway, but and then Shane Miner also. If you don't know who Shane Miner is, Google him. He's like a lot of these songwriters. You Google him, you say, "Oh my gosh, he wrote that song and that song and that song," and so that's a pretty exciting thing coming up on the 7th and 8th.
7th and 8th. So it's 2 days. How many different artists will perform?
So it's just the two different groups, Shane Miner and Due West.
Oh, those two.
But, you know, it's a full-blown concert experience. You know, we've had people like Dean Dillon. Google Dean Dillon. He was there last year or the year before, and he wrote basically everything that every George Strait song you've ever heard in your life, Dean Dillon wrote it.
Wow.
And they come in and they tell the story about the song, and then they'll sing it. They'll sing, you know, a dozen or 15 of their hits.
Yeah.
And it is a very cool format.
I have been to
yeah.
Ebenezer's and I've seen the show, but I think I saw the older version of the show.
Yeah,
this
sure.
has been probably 6 or 7 years ago at least.
Yeah, if it was the Cowboys and the cowboy music, that's the older version.
Nice.
The newer version, you have got people come up and they say, well, my kids don't like country music. And it's like, just get them in the venue. Let them see the show. They're going to love it. And universally, everybody loves it when they get in there.
Yeah.
A lot of energy, lights and sound. You know, there's a video behind the you feel like you've been to a concert. You don't feel like you've been to a hoedown or something like that. So.
Which kind of adds to the little, quick trip getaway vibe.
Sure.
Because you can get up there, you can go do some of the hiking, you can ride the ATVs, you can do a horseback, and then you have something to do, dinner and a show.
Yes.
Yeah, you got the nightlife. A lot of people think that just because we're in national parks, we're not gonna have any nightlife, but every night. From about mid-April until about mid-October, that show happens. Like I say, most nights it's just the normal shows, and I say normal, but it's still spectacular. It's still something you're going to tweet about or Facebook about, and you're going to be like, "This was cool. This is a cool experience."
Now, Ruby's Inn, this is family owned and operated. You've taken over from your dad and from your great.
Yeah, Ruby was my great grandfather. We're still a family business. A lot of Ruby's a woman's name. His actual name was Reuben. Ruby was his nickname. I like to joke around that Ruby was kind of getting misgendered before it was cool to do. So anyway, Ruby's Inn. Ruby. Some people call the hotel and say, "Hey, Ruby was my aunt. Can I get a discount?" Don't try that. At least say Ruby was my uncle or my grandpa or something like that. So.
Well, I think it's cool. A lot of people are selling off to big corporate America or to private equity firms.
Yeah.
This is right there, Bryce Canyon. How many rooms are at Ruby's Inn?
So between our 3 hotels, we got 3 different price points. Ruby's Inn's kind of for everybody. We've got the Bryce View Lodge, which is a little bit more economic, still a couple queens, still breakfast. And then we got the Bryce Canyon Grand that's a little bit more luxury. And, but right now, they're at Ruby's Inn, just because of the things going on in the world, we get a lot of people. I always joke around that we get a lot of Germans and French, and you'll meet a German guy that's been there 3 or 4 times, and you'll meet a Frenchman that's been there 3 or 4 times, and then you'll meet somebody from St. George that's never been there. They're like, "Bryce Canyon, what's that?" So that's always disappointing. But the reason I bring that up, just with all the things going on in the world, a little slower this summer than a lot of summers, in the national parks. So that translates into some great deals. So like right now at Ruby's, you get on the website tonight. I think we're selling rooms that we were selling a couple years ago for a couple $100 tonight. We're selling for like 85 plus tax tonight. And that includes breakfast, couple queens.
Yeah.
Everything else you would experience. That nice, cool weather. We won't charge you extra for that. But you can't even go to McDonald's for $85 with your family anymore.
Seriously.
So we're practically paying you to come stay with us. Prices like that, you can't afford to stay home.
Right. Ruby's also boasts being the closest hotel and lodging facility to the actual Bryce Canyon.
Yeah, going back to when great grandfather Ruby kind of settled up there. He just he actually helped create the national park, and just through a series of events, we're right there on the doorstep to Bryce Canyon. So kind of compare it to like Springdale being the doorstep to Zion. We are the doorstep to Bryce Canyon National Park.
All right, check it out. All the details on the website. All the rates are on the website. If you want to get tickets, do they need to hurry and get tickets? Will these shows sell out on the 7th and 8th?
Yeah, the 7th and 8th, they will sell out. Yep, those are some special events. And get on the websites and buy those. Just go to rubysinn.com. That's just RUBYSINN.com. And you can get information on hotel rooms or everything else we offer in that special event. And if you can't make that special event, don't despair. You just come and watch the usual show. We've got great artists there, Tim Gates, world famous Tim Gates, and we've got young singers like Hallie Young, right here from St. George that's starting this next month. We're excited about that.
I love it. You've got my interest. We've been thinking about getting up there all summer, and you got school starting, I believe, on the 13th.
Oh, that's depressing.
August 13th. So you got like 2 weeks from today until school starts. So pick a day, take the kids. Hopefully, go have some fun, cool off up there at Ruby's Inn, and check out the event on the 7th day. Lance, General Manager, Ruby's Inn, live with us here in studio. Lance, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for letting me.
All right, we'll come back. We'll take a break. Top 8 at 8. After that, we'll get you all the latest headlines. We'll check in on the PGA Tour and much, much more when we return.
Welcome back to The Drive on The Fan.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It is The Drive show today, brought to you by Game Day Men's Health. Game Day Men's Health makes it easy. Time is running out to get their best deal of the summer. If you go get a free T-test and you're clinically low on testosterone and you want to get on some TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, they have T for the next 2 days as low as $50 a month. So if you've been putting it off, you've been hearing us talk about Game Day Men's Health, go get your free T-test. You can call or text, see if they can fit you in real soon so you could take advantage of a great price for a limited time. Game Day Men's Health. Reclaim your game. Call or text 435-265-4223. I'll give you that number one more time. Just say, hey, heard you on the Fan Sports Network. Wondering if you could fit me in. I've been feeling a little off, a little sluggish, a little tired, libido low, don't want to get your workouts in. Call or text 435-265-4223. Also, don't forget, we always, in the summers, have our Aviator ticket giveaway.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to qualify to win tickets, all you have to do is text keyword Aviators. We don't even care if you don't spell it right. Just Aviators.
That's kind of tough.
To our text line. And for every home game, we give away a pair or two of tickets. So if you want to head down to Vegas, maybe do some back-to-school shopping. They got a homestand firing up next week with the Tacoma Rainiers.
Yeah.
That homestand starts on August 3rd, I think, Polly, or 4th? August 4th. So mid next week, you got all next weekend. That's the final weekend to do back to school. So if you're interested, text Aviators to our text line 435-990-9950. With Lance jumping in, let's get you a little bit of abbreviated, delayed top 8 at 8. Let's go to golf first. I don't know what Paulie's
Paulie doing? I don't even know.
I just saw something
He's
that
just
kind of
Tara, when you were gone, he did it every day. It's like this moaning,
I'm
interesting.
inquisitive. I'm wondering about something.
Yeah. And now everybody's wondering what you're wondering about.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to bottle that up for another segment. We got
Well,
the
and then he
top
puts
8
his
at 8.
hands up over his face like we can't see him or something with his hands up. I know.
Yes.
He's like,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like he's eating some pot pie or something.
Those are good. Those are very good.
They
All
are,
right,
they are
top 8
off,
at 8.
They are off and running at the Rocket Mortgage, and T-balls have started flying at the Utah Championships presented by Zions Bank and Intermountain Health. We've got players on the course up at Ogden Country Club as we speak. Really early on in the opening round, but Robbie Shelton has birdied 3 of his first 4 holes to take a one-shot lead. So Robbie Shelton leading up in Ogden right now. There's actually some pretty big names that you would be familiar with that are playing in this tournament. That have been former PGA Tour winners that have got relegated down. Daniel Summerhays is going to be playing in this tournament. Mason Anderson, Preston Summerhays is obviously had a little bit of a struggle this year. He's starting 118th. On the points list on the Korn Ferry Tour. It's been a little bit of a rough season, but we'll see if he can have a good showing in his home state of Utah. The PGA Tour, Tony Finau is making a little bit of noise out there.
I saw him bogey just a little bit ago.
I know.
Okay.
I know. He was 3 under through his first 4 holes, and then he did have a hiccup. You are correct. But Tony has not had a great season. Let's be honest. It has been a little bit of a struggle. Yeah. But when you look at the leaderboard right now as you speak, everybody's staring up at Peter Malnati. He's on a 59 watch right now, Paulie.
Nice.
He is 8 under par through his first 11 holes. This scorecard is incredible right now. I'm looking at his scorecard right now, and I know sometimes a scorecard doesn't translate the best to radio, but he is on a heater, as they say. And Malnati 8 under through his first 11 holes. Michael Kim, Chris Kirk, Keegan Bradley, and others tied at 4 under. They are 4 shots back. He birdied 4 holes he birdied 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, birdied 8 and 9, and just birdied 11s. He's got 3 pars and 8 birdies so far today. Clean scorecard. He's still got 1 par 5 left to play on hole 14. It's a par 70 course, so he's only 3 away from the 59 watch right now at 8 under par because it's playing as a par 70 today. We just saw 59 the other day in golf, and will we see another one? It's going to be really interesting to see who was that? Michael Kim that shot 59 last week on the PGA Tour. So we'll keep an eye on that. So those are your golf headlines here, kicking off our top 8 at 8.
All right, after a stellar second season, star San Jose Sharks forward Macklin Celebrini has signed a 5-year contract extension worth a total of $94 million. General Manager Mike Greer announced Wednesday the $18.8 million annual average value on the extension, which begins in the 27-8 season and runs through the 31-32 season, will make Celebrini the highest paid player in the NHL.
Not Bedard, huh?
No, not Bedard.
Another local story. Yesterday, Utah Tech football fall camp opened. So the Trailblazer football team is up and running. Their first practice was yesterday down at Greater Zion Stadium, getting ready for their debut season in the Big Sky Conference. They had the media day with Coach Anderson. With Marley Sagapoulou and Asa Chapman. Those were the guys that were out in Washington for the Big 12 Media Day. This is the 3rd year in the Coach Lance Anderson era.
Most tenures are expected to make a jump in year 3.
Yeah.
Most coaches around the country are expected to win in year 3.
Yeah, it's obviously been a challenge with, some of their bigger producing players jumping in the portal. And a lot of people plucking some athletes away. Case in point, Eric Olson, local kid from Desert Hills, played his whole career, then has 1 year left of eligibility, signed to play for the Oregon State Beavers in the offseason.
Sure.
Your best defensive player went to UCLA in the offseason. So it's been a little bit of a challenge, but they're going to have 15 practices, 2 scrimmages over the next 4 weeks, getting ready to host at home the defending NCAA Division I FCS champion and Big Sky powerhouse Montana State on Saturday, August 29th. So we are literally, 4 weeks and a day, 29 days away, 30 days away from the season opener at Greater Zion Stadium. Camp opened yesterday, Paulie, with 115 players on the roster. 60 of which are returning lettermen or were redshirted inside the program. So you do have 60 players back from last year's program. They went with the 2 quarterback rotation last year. Reggie Graff has moved on. His playing career is done. He did have 1 year of eligibility. He transferred. He's working on his degree at Utah State. So Bronson Barbin is kind of the incumbent. You do have the 5th-year quarterback Deacon Hill that should be healthy and battle Barbin for the starting job. You also have a Utah State transfer named C.J. Tiller out of Gilbert, Arizona, and a junior college transfer, Max Grizzle, who was at San Marino out in California. And then you got a couple freshmen on the roster as well.
The Tiller one intrigues me because sometimes teams that aren't quite there yet personnel-wise can do better with a dual-threat guy more than an in-the-pocket passer like Bronson Barbin. But we'll see what direction they go.
Yeah, I mean, at the skill positions, you do have, Ace Chapman coming back. He's a running back. You got Caden Eggett, who will take over the tight ending responsibility. He was good, but he was splitting time except for the double tight looks, which they did quite often with Eric Olson. But he had 23 catches, 259 yards last year. Dalen Love kind of leads the defensive core. Will Oliveo is back, as well as Marley Sagapolo, some of the big names. Brevin Chesneska back as well at the safety position. Ryan Marks is kind of getting the preseason accolades. He made the stats preseason All-American team. He was a third teamer.
Yeah.
So that's good. They do have a lot of newcomers. And you and I were just talking in the break. We got to get down to a practice now that I'm back in town. So we're going to try to get down to practice in one of the next couple of days, and we'll be talking a lot more. We'll get Coach Anderson on the show. Maybe after the first scrimmage to kind of evaluate the talent and talk about how fall camp is going. So the headline, fall camp underway for Utah Tech. And I'm sure the same could be said about all of our other in-state college football teams as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all camps getting going right now. Last one for me comes from Yahoo Sports. LeBron James and ESPN are, quote-unquote, closing in on an agreement for a behind-the-scenes documentary series that will be similar to Michael Jordan's The Last Dance, per The Athletic's Andrew Marchand. The documentary is expected to use footage from James' entire career, including some never-before-seen footage, and it is expected that LeBron will also have a camera crew documenting his time with the 76ers this season. Could it be more about him is the question I ask. But.
Yeah.
No.
No. No.
All right.
But does he deserve it?
No.
His statistics and longevity would say otherwise.
I know, but
his statistics.
He's a diva.
He's a compiler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he's done some things that are, pretty unbelievable.
He is. He's one of the greats of the game.
Why do you all of a sudden hate LeBron this offseason?
I'm just burnt out on him. I just think him stretching out this decision, making it about him.
He made a decision. He went to Philly. What else?
I know. It took him way too long. The NBA schedule makers couldn't even make the schedule.
It takes you months to make your bed. Do we complain about that to you? I mean, come on, dude. Talk about calling the kettle black.
Yeah, there you go.
Mr. Decision Maker.
I'm an idea guy. I never said I'm a decision guy.
I just think he's the biggest baby in the NBA, so I don't like him.
The Swiss Army knife Taysom. I'm not going to comment on that one, TA. The Swiss Army knife Taysom Hill not going to be returning to the New Orleans Saints. We talked about that a little bit. First hour, he is not saying he is retiring. He's just saying his time in New Orleans is done. He became a free agent in March, has not signed anywhere else, but the Saints are not bringing him back. I'm sure we'll get a preseason game or two in, and I would be surprised if Taysom Hill doesn't pop up on an NFL team's roster at some point. Yeah. There's a lot of big names that are still out there that you kind of wait till training camp, you see what injuries there are, and we'll see what happens with some big names. And we can go through those names a little bit more when we get done with the headlines.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'm out. I'm done. On headlines, that is.
You're out of headlines.
I'm out of headlines. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm done.
Wow.
Done.
You gave me 2 out of 8.
You're done.
Hard stop for me there.
The headline, the latest, is Bill Belichick is avoiding any comments. The NCAA is probing into the Lombardi situation out in Chapel Hill at the University of North Carolina. There's some allegations there. He has been put on paid administrative leave, and Belichick is staying mum on that situation.
He's staying mum, but the athletic director, Steve Newmark, said he expects an expedited process following a human resources complaint filed by a former front office employee. So I got one guess what this is.
Yeah, he's an HR.
He's an HR.
Something inappropriate
right now, for
wouldn't
sure. Yes, he is not making the right decisions.
One other interesting storyline out there. It's a lighter news cycle day, so I'm going to give you this one as a bonus ball here. As we're trying to get to 8 here. The Seattle Storm owner of the WNBA team has been fined and banned, and he cannot attend games. Or she.
What's this for?
Celeste Keaton.
Okay.
There was the game on Tuesday with the Indiana Fever. She was confronting fans. There was multiple reports that Keaton had taken a pair of fans' signs away in Climate Pledge Arena, where the Seattle Storm play. Same place the Kraken play. I was there this last December and checked out that arena for the very first time. It's a terrific venue. But Sophie Cunningham fans had some signs.
Oh.
And reportedly, she took it away and confronted the fans, and now she's been banned and fined. That's it in a nutshell.
Okay, so bubbling over for the Storm.
Yeah, the Storm had to come out and say, everyone who attends a Storm game deserves to feel welcome, and we remain committed to creating an inclusive environment where every fan is treated with respect. So the owner didn't like...
Apparently you're not welcome, though, if you're a Sophie fan.
Well, I said I was out, but they pull me back in. I've got one more for us
he's
here.
Back.
Yes, I'm back.
He's back. He lied to us.
Yeah, he did.
This one comes on the news of BYU being hot on the trail for Michigan State transfer Jackson Kohler. He was the big man for Tom Izzo last year. BYU looking to find a big man. Robbie McCombs, BYU insider, on what it would mean if BYU lands Jackson Kohler. Kohler would be a perfect fit for BYU. That takes you from a top 25 to a top 15, top 10 team in a Sweet 16 weekend. It would be an absolute gift. I believe that Kohler is LDS, so he does have that connection. I think they're hot on the trail for him. He's a very good player. I think he's played 2 years at Michigan State. And he is a double-double machine.
Well, doesn't this...
12.5 points, 8.9 rebounds a year ago. You could use that in Provo.
The reports are that Jackson Kohler is in heavy contact with BYU and is a strong candidate to transfer.
They're vying for his services.
But this potential move depends entirely on whether the legal injunction in California actually grants him that extra year of eligibility or not. That's
doing the
snag.
TRO thing.
That's the snag.
Yeah.
So, legal effort trying to get that extra year. He's originally from American Fork.
Yeah.
And he is an LDS kid.
Yes.
And people have spotted him playing pickup games with the current BYU Cougar basketball team. Is the rumors.
Yeah.
That's what's going on through the rumor.
They already landed one I don't know if he did a return missionary, or Colin Chandler from Kentucky.
Yeah.
He was an LDS kid.
But he
went
played
back
last
to
year
BYU.
for Kentucky.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Now he's back at BYU.
Yeah.
So this could be another.
He went with Pope. He had originally signed with
Yes.
BYU, and then with Pope, and then he switched and followed Pope to Kentucky. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Obviously, man, Pope can't afford another losing year out there.
He brought in the highest price transfer on the transfer portal, that shooter from Iowa State, Milan Machilovic or whatever.
Yeah.
He's making $6 million at Kentucky.
Yep. That's your top 8 at 8. We'll take a break. When we come back, lots more sports talk on a Throwdown Thursday. When we return, we'll get into there's the scrap heap. I'm not too excited about that.
I'm not excied about the scrap
There's some
heap.
free agents
It
out
was
there.
your idea.
I know.
Yeah, he's changed tunes.
I know,
That's
right?
how. Yeah, we call him Flip Flop Polly. We've also got the Aaron Donald latest.
Yeah,
We'll come
let's
back
get into
with
the Aaron
that.
Donald.
Let's do that, yeah.
And we'll play a quote from Myles Garrett, one of the newest Rams. And will he be a running mate?
And we'll tell you how much Double D's trembling in his boots that AD might be back. Aaron Donald.
Zero zip zilch. I'm not trembling. The Super Bowl champs don't tremble to anybody. The hype is hype. The proof is in the pudding.
We'll see. The defensive
proof is in
player
the
of the
pudding.
year is on that line, and Aaron Donald's teaming up with him, baby.
Now Aaron Donald, yeah.
It's funny how Paulie was really quiet during the NFL season because Jaden Daniels got hurt. There was not a peep out of him. And then all of a sudden the Rams roster looks really good, and I'm trembling.
Yeah. I think you're
so
scared,
full of it.
shaking in your boots.
You're so full of it. That's why he makes for a great co-host on The Drive. We'll take the break. We'll be right back on the Fan Sports Network from the Findlay Hyundai Studios. Hey, we're back. What's up, everybody? We are live on the drive on a beautiful Throwdown Thursday. We had a little rain yesterday morning during the show, from what I understand. I was traveling back into town, and it's good to be back here in the STG. Good to have Pauline Terra and a mic in front of all of us. The band is back together after a lot of time off this month for me and TA. Paulie's been kind of hunkered down. And he did have a vacation plan, I think, at one point.
I did, yeah.
And then it got canceled.
It did.
It got nixed.
Yes.
The Aaron Donald situation.
I like this.
Been a hot topic. And then the little flames grew higher when Myles Garrett was talking with the media, and he was asked about Aaron and playing alongside of him.
Yeah.
And this is what he had to say. And if you haven't heard it yet, we'll play it right now for you. Myles Garrett here.
I don't want to push him in one way or another. No, if he's here, I'm gonna be excited to be his teammate, his partner in crime, and no, I think we can do great things. Maybe when Aaron comes back, I remember get a picture with him, holding his jersey. It's hanging up in my place in Texas. So that's the only memories I have other than going against Whip. But he's not out here lining up. But maybe he'll come back. I don't know.
Maybe he'll come back.
Yeah.
But he went on to say that it's his decision. If he comes back, I can't wait to be his teammate.
Yeah.
But give him his time, let him figure it out. Because look, the facts are, it looks like Aaron Donald is coming back. I mean, he's still mulling the potential return. Reports are he's been on a strict workout regimen, but we've heard no financial decision, no announcement has been made that this is official, but now speculation is growing after Myles Garrett was asked about it at training camp.
Yes.
Yeah.
And McVay did confirm that he's, on those training programs to see if his body is indeed ready to play. He's 35. He's been away from the game for 3 years. This is not an easy comeback.
Have you seen him, though?
He looks like he's going to be fine.
He's cut out of a block of marble.
Sure.
I mean, the dude is like one of the most physical specimen freaks.
And he
whatever.
was already a space eater, as they say. I mean, double team machine, triple teams. And you can't double Myles and Aaron Donald. So if he does indeed come back, that makes that front seven really dynamic.
It does.
But they had Jared Verse. They traded him for Myles Garrett. That's an upgrade. I liked Verse. He was really good.
Verse was fine.
At 35 years old, you kind of wonder what the motor looks like, how the conditioning. You wonder how he's looking in, if he looks fresh early on, how does he look week 12 to week 17? If they go on a deep playoff run, what does that look like?
Verse was a first-round pick, but he's,
I'm talking about Donald.
Yeah.
How fresh is he going to look in week 17?
I know, but you're talking about Verse being traded for Garrett. The production almost triples.
Well, yeah,
Garrett.
the stats are the stats.
Yes.
The stats are the stats, certainly.
You got a record breaker in the NFL and a middle-of-the-road pass rusher, 7.5 sacks.
There is no question the Rams are going all in to try to win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
This is when they won their last Super Bowl, they did the same
traded
thing.
for Ramsey and traded for other guys.
They gave up all their future first rounders in the future, and they made a move, and then they stacked up, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl. And look, I'm sure Matthew Stafford has a lot to do with this. I'm sure Matthew Stafford has said, "Hey, I'm getting towards the end here. I didn't like losing last year. I didn't like how that ended. Let's do." Because if you look at the Rams' scores last year, it wasn't the offense's fault that they got ousted in the postseason. It was really the defense that was lacking.
I would agree.
I mean, you go back to that meaningful December Seattle Seahawks game up there in front of the 12s. I was at that game. I mean, touchdown 2-point, touchdown 2-point, touchdown 2-point, and all of a sudden it's tied up, and the Seahawks go on to win that game, and that got them the division, that got them home field where they beat the Rams in the postseason, went on to win the Super Bowl, beating the Patriots.
Yeah.
As a Seahawks homer and an apologist, yes, the story certainly has my attention because if you have Myles Garrett and Aaron Darnold, that Sam Darnold is going to be, he's going to have nowhere to.
Might be seeing ghosts again, like he did in Carolina.
Yeah. But Seattle's a tough matchup for the Rams because of the ball control and the run to pass ratio.
Yeah,
I mean they ran the football more than any other team in the league last year. And they won the Super Bowl, and the defense came along.
Yeah, it did.
So, as a Seahawks fan, all this Rams talk, Super Bowl, the Rams were already Super Bowl heavy favorites before the Aaron Donald stuff even came about. Yes. So the odds are not going to do anything but go down if he does return, which I think is imminent. I don't see any reason to believe that Aaron Donald is not coming back.
And this isn't like Phillip Rivers coming back to the NFL, huge and overweight and out of shape.
The dad bod.
We got a video of Aaron Donald, a recent workout video. This is Aaron Donald for the streamers.
This is 150-pound
dumbbells. He's just throwing around like 5-pounders, you know? And he's in great shape. He's ready to play.
Yeah.
This should scare you as a Seahawks fan. This guy's in immaculate shape.
That's 150 pounds in each hand, and he's just like, no problem.
I mean, he's in great shape. It's not like a guy that's off the couch.
Yeah, he's not fat.
Like, he's been working out. He's been tuning his body up.
Yeah, he's
not to make a return. I think the only reason he's making a return is because they grabbed Myles Garrett. I think that's a big factor.
And he wants to potentially
be a part of the best defensive line of all time, potentially.
This is great. Overlook the Seahawks, the Super Bowl champs.
We always make it about the Seahawks.
Well, because they are division rivals.
Yeah, I know.
And, Seattle fans and Niner fans and Ram fans, Cardinals I don't worry about. Cardinal fans I love.
They're rolling Jacoby Brissett out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. They're in a continuous rebuild year after year after year after year after year. But the other three teams in that division are all good, Super Bowl caliber teams, and so obviously. The Seahawks are getting overlooked right now, which is absolutely perfect. They can fly under the radar as the defending Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold's getting overlooked on his accomplishments, and he's getting snubbed on the top 10 quarterback lists in the NFL right now, and all he's done is won a Super Bowl and 2 14-win seasons in a row.
Week 1 spreads are out against the Seahawks and Patriots. What's the number?
Seahawks minus 5.5.
Oh, 5.5. Tara?
What was the question?
Seahawks, Patriots, opening game of the year.
It's the Wednesday night game.
What's the spread, do you think?
I don't know.
Take a guess.
Against my Patriots.
Oh, you're
I don't know.
Patriots. Well, I'll tell you, double's wrong. The Seahawks are favored, but not by that much.
I'd say maybe 3 and a hook.
3 and a hook is right. With your last second guess, very good. 3 and a hook, yes.
It's in Seattle.
It's in Seattle. Over under 44.5.
Love it.
3.5. Normally a dicey spread to bet. I could see the Seahawks winning by 3 in that game. A.J. Brown, the newest addition to the Patriots wide receiver core.
I'm seeing it at 3 right now. Seahawks minus 124. So, I mean, different places to shop. Somewhere in there, 3, 3.5. I had to look it up to make sure you're correct.
Thank you fact checking me, buddy.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know what site you're looking at.
Make sure your DraftKings matches my DraftKings.
I don't use DraftKings.
I'm on
kidding.
DraftKings.
I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
So you did correctly assume that.
Yeah. Aaron, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 10. He's coming back. Where are you guys at?
That'd be awesome.
I think I'm at about a 9.
I mean, they're showing videos of him lifting weights, and then Myles Garrett's like, well, I don't want to put any pressure on him. If he comes back great, I'd look forward to being his teammate, telling stories.
I want to take a picture with him.
Yeah. And Aaron's looking at it like, I can get another Super Bowl ring, go back 1 year, kind of like Eric Weddle did.
Sure. Yeah, he was part of the Rams.
And he had an instrumental part of that team. He had some big plays in that Super Bowl push.
But I can't stress enough, like people that think there'll be a decline, like a sharp decline because he's been out of the game for 3 years. We're talking about tied for the most ever of the AP NFL Defensive Player of the Year. One of the only 3 guys to ever win it 3 times.
I think
Lawrence Taylor, J.J. Watt, Aaron Donald. That's the list.
I think that the position he plays, I do think he can come back after 3 years off. Whereas if you're a quarterback, you're processing things fast. You're a receiver. You're a cornerback. You're a safety. You're a heat seeker. You have one job: clog the middle, stop the run, and get after the quarterback. It's that simple when you're a D tackle in the NFL. NFL. And so I think that is the position that you can really argue is easier to come out of retirement for than other positions.
I would agree too.
On the roster.
And the way that he obviously has kept his body in shape, I mean, it looks as if he's ready to play.
I just think he's naturally one of the strong man.
Yeah.
I mean, like if there was a strongman competition, and he would be right there in the NFL. Like I don't know if anybody could compete with that. Guy. He's really just so built,
but he's not overpowering size though. That's
no, he's shorter.
He's short. He's 6'1".
He's stout though.
He's 280 pounds, so he's under 300 pounds.
Yeah,
but I think he's like all muscle. He's just like built from a rock. So this dude is definitely an impact player, and I think he will make a difference on the Rams if he comes back.
One of the other story out there that I keep seeing this in the news cycle lately. Another ex-NFL linebacker dying, and they're saying CTE caused dementia. Former San Diego Chargers linebacker, college football Hall of Famer Billy Ray Smith has died at 64. Wow. It came out in a statement from the family yesterday.
That's like the second one in a week.
Yeah. We're starting to see that way too often again. We saw with Junior Seau with the suicide. And we've had it happened and happened and happened again. Junior was the one that kind of put everything on the map and donated the brain to study.
Sent
and
shockwaves through the football community.
But CTE, for those of you that don't know, is the degenerative brain disease has been found way too often in athletes in contact sports. And, they find it in combat veterans and anybody that's, had repetitive head trauma.
Yeah.
But he was also a radio broadcaster down in the San Diego area as well. JT the Brick, who knew him well and is another radio guy.
Yeah, I've heard of JT.
Was sending his condolences, I saw, and had some things to say about Billy Ray Smith. So another sad story there. With the CTE, but 10 seasons with the Chargers. He was the 5th overall pick out of Arkansas in the 83 draft.
Nice.
Man.
All right. Well,
So
that's sad.
Yeah, I saw that across the headlines this morning. So likely, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 10. What did you say?
I'm a 9.
You're a 9, Tara?
I think there's really not much that can sway him from not coming back.
What would cause him not to come back right now?
A training camp injury to Matt Stafford or something.
Or setback to himself.
Or a setback to himself. Like, I could see if the team took a major hit.
Because reports are he's not going to get that big payday.
No.
They don't have the room in the salary cap to pay him.
It's a LeBron deal. It's an
family
deal.
friendly.
Yeah, it's a hometown discount type deal for Donald. I think he's going to play for whatever money because he's set and he just wants to win another ring. So I don't think he's going to be pushing him over the barrel trying to get every cent. So
And I thought he still had a little bit in the tank when he retired. He kind of retired on the top of his game at 32 years old.
He retired right after the Super Bowl when they won. He made the sack on the final drive to end that game. So like
he went out on top.
He went out at the peak of his power. So what is he now? We don't know, but we'll find out.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right, got to take a break. Final segment coming up. When we come back on The Drive, show today brought to you by Prime IV. Prime IV can take care of you this summer with some incredible hot deals. It's hot, it's muggy, you're tired, you're working, you're back to school, you're doing everything you're doing. Go take a day for yourself. Head over to Prime IV, beat the heat, and feel your best. They got the Beat the Heat special today and tomorrow. That's just $99. You get the hydration treatment plus a vitamin injection, just $99. You're also going to sit back in their zero gravity massaging chairs and get oxygen therapy while you get your super powerful drip. It goes through tomorrow. So call today, see if they can fit in today or tomorrow down at Prime IV and book your appointment. And beat the heat and boost your wellness and feel amazing for just $99. Go to PrimeIVSTG.com to give them a call, look them up, or stop on by on Riverside Drive. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. It is the Drive, final segment for us on a Thursday. Everybody back together. We are rocking. We're getting to tomorrow, the last day of July. We're about a week away from our media day coverage of Region 9 football. Fall camp started yesterday for Utah Tech. SU's rocking, BYU Utes, Weave Cats, Aggies. We're going to turn the page in August to football. We've been pretty football heavy today as well. We talked a lot about Taysom Hill, just was talking about Aaron Donald. We didn't get
royalty of loyalty.
We did the top 10 loyal players that played their entire career since the year 2000 with the same franchise. That was a fun list to dig into. We've been tracking the Rocket Mortgage out in Motor City. And everybody's staring up at Peter Malnati, who got another birdie, Paulie. He is now 9 under par.
Wow.
I mean, he is on a 9 under through 13 holes. Talk about a heater. Peter Malnati, old bucket hat. He's the other guy, not named Joel Damon, that rocks the bucket hat. And he is just tearing this course apart. Just absolutely phenomenal. And he's playing a par 5 right now. If he gets to 10 under through 14, which is very likely playing that par 5, he's got 4 holes left. A par 3 on 15, 4 on 16, par 4 on 17, and a par 4 on 18. He just needs a birdie and 2 pars after the par 5 on 4 holes to shoot 59.
Yeah.
If he can birdie, he's pacing for 61 right now. But the way he's playing, he's got a clean card, has not made a bogey in his round, 9 birdies, and he has 4 pars today.
Nice.
He is just pulling away. Next closest is Michael Kim and Keegan Bradley at 5 under par. Right now, Tony Finau is surrendered the lead of the Utah golfers. Patrick Fishburne, 3 under through his first 7 holes. Tony has made another bogey, so he's at 2 under par. Meanwhile, Zach Blair is through 14 holes and is even par T45. So love to see Zach make a couple birdies on the last 4 holes and get to red figures. Also, we'll be talking Utah Championships as well as that's going on up there at Ogden Country Club.
Nice. I got one thing I want to end with before we get out of here as Tarek Skubal is 100% going to be traded. Reported by Jeff Passan on ESPN. Just I saw an audio clip. He will be moved, and the 29-year-old's first preference is the Dodgers.
Shocker.
Yeah, I know.
The rich get richer.
That's not even news.
Yeah.
Well, that would be a nightmare if he got traded there. So I'm hoping he goes somewhere
for the rest of the league. Yeah.
Yes, for the rest of the league.
I hope that's not actually.
Well, that's what's being reported.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yes. And with Shohei on the shelf,
that's exactly
he's
why
not going to be pitching for a while.
That's why they're intrigued.
That's why they want him. Yeah.
They're hoping they can get Shohei back on the mound, maybe for the postseason.
A lineup of Skubal, Yamamoto, Ohtani, and Blake Snell. That would be your 4 guns in your rotation. How do you beat that in a playoff series? You don't. You don't.
You never say never.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's nearly impossible, I'll say, because those are 3 elite ones, and then Ohtani goes both ways, and he's been great too.
No, look, on paper it is just dynamic. It's the best rotation in baseball. If Skubal goes to the Dodgers, and it's not even debatable.
Yeah.
Right? It's a fact.
It's a fact.
And that is a scary notion for everybody.
Just like the Rams D line, right, buddy?
No, I'm not worried about that. I like our offense. Our offensive line played great last year. Stayed healthy.
They'll have their challenge next season twice, maybe 3 times if we're lucky.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And how'd that go last year?
I'm just trolling.
Who won the Super Bowl last year? Just say it out loud. Who won the Super Bowl? And how many games did the Seahawks beat the Rams head to head?
Yeah, but they didn't have a.
They went 2-1 against them, by the way.
Yeah, and they gave the first one away, and they were this close to sweeping the Rams.
The Rams are good. Shaving, Tara.
Yeah, right.
No, they weren't point shaving.
But they just
they gave it away.
They gave it to him.
Yeah, they gave it to him.
You're just salty because Jaden Daniels got hurt.
Like I said, I'm not
your
worried.
Patriots got
last year behind
in the big game.
I have put last year behind me. We are moving on to 2026, and I'm deeming it
the revenge tour.
The revenge tour.
Oh my goodness.
Jaden Daniels is going to go out and smoke everybody that doubted him. I'll tell you that right now.
If he's healthy.
He's going to be healthy.
Yeah,
We're going to keep our fingers crossed.
He sounds like you're saying Washington's going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, 50% of
what you're
his
saying?
career he's been
Not
healthy.
Super Bowl.
That's not a great statistic, 50% when it comes to health. Talking about loyalty and longevity earlier in the show. He likes to run.
He likes to run.
He needs to watch a young Russell Wilson.
He could take some notes from Russ.
Yeah.
He needs to stop getting hit.
Yep. All right, that's going to do it. Good to have the band back together.
Yeah, it feels like the Avengers getting back together almost.
By the way, there is a new Avengers movie coming out.
Yeah. Doomsday
next month or something.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Malnati has a 5-footer for birdie to get to 10 under on the par 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
He laid up.
Like that bucket hat.
Knocked it close. So we got a heater on the PGA Tour. We'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll get you ready for the weekend. We'll be back better than ever. Weekdays never cost you $1. Always FREE. Free to listen here on the Fan Sports Network. For Paul and Tara, I'm Devin. Have a great Thursday, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.